Okay, we're back. We're going to go into finishing the visualization for Serenity. So if you need
Yeah.
to reapply your oil, take another drop and smell it and get back into your place. And Delia will take us through. So make sure you're sitting comfortably and get back.
Take a deep breath,
Hmm.
get comfortable, and so you're on the banks of the river, and it's a safe place. It's a place you know, it's a place you've been before. You know why you're there. The river knows why you're there. You are Serenity. So you're going to say, I am Serenity, and wait to align with the feeling of what that is. Do you make that statement to yourself? I am Serenity. So you know why you're at the banks of the river. The river knows why you're there. And the river will take you in to get into that place where you're so comfortable and you're so at ease. You don't have to put your feet in, you don't have to dive in, you don't have to do anything but allow the river to just take you in. And when you get into the river, you will be floating, you're on your back, and you're looking up at the sky, and you're feeling into that place of ease, your place of receiving. So imagine that you don't have to do anything. You're just there to receive. And you're in the flow of the river, and you're heading down, and you're looking up at the sky, and you're feeling into your most serene place of ease and receiving. You're so at ease that as you float down the river will simply just put you off to the banks. It'll just move you and place you on the banks, and you will sit up, eyes still closed, and say to yourself again, take another inhale of the oil, and say to yourself, I am Serenity. Wait to align with the feeling, and open your eyes. So the goal of this visualization, and you can use this anytime. I use this every morning before I start anything else. I get into that feeling space of whatever it is I'm about to engage with. So whether it's serenity or whether it's balance, you can say that to yourself. Make a statement of intention and wait to align with the feeling of that. So that also goes into, it's taking you away from, sometimes we can say things that we wish we believe, so we say it, but there's no real connection to it. So what that allows you to do, and you say it and you wait for to align with the feeling, that helps you to know. So you're not guessing, you're not just saying things, that you don't really feel. When you wait to align with it, because everything has energy. So when you make a statement of intent, that statement has an energy. And when you wait, you can align with that energy. And so you're moving through your day or your activities with that knowing that you have embodied that statement that you make.
Awesome. Amazing. So a little to add to that, because we're being collaborative, and then we'll go into the next visualization, is I love um, exactly what you said about saying that statement, I am serenity. And exactly, sometimes we say little mantras or statements to ourselves, and you're not really connected to it. You're saying it because you want to connect to it. And so you're kind of feeling like a phony, like I'm kind of a phony because I don't really feel like serenity, but I'm going to keep saying it so that I'm serenity. But exactly what you said is say it, and then maybe it takes a moment to connect to how that feels because you're unfamiliar with it. But the more you time and the more often you do it, that's the point, ladies. Is like take time, say use serenity, smell it, say I am serenity, and start to become familiar with what that feels like. And the first few times that you do it, you might say like, I don't feel anything yet. Okay, wait, maybe, okay. Oh no, now here it comes. And each time it's going to start to come quicker because you're becoming more familiar with it and embodying it, like Delia said. And the reason why we're saying one of the key things that we all should be embodying, and you can, take this home and do it yourself, is surrender and ease is so important to connect to that internal ease and peace that you are naturally. And then that opens you up to receiving more, and being more naturally. And so Delia said she does it in the morning. I think this is not something that I do currently. I am going to adopt it, and I believe I'm going to do it at night. Either way. I heard a psychologist at a doTERRA convention in Budapest, I believe, saying that choose an oil before you go to bed and smell it and embody it for who you're going to be when you wake up.
I like that.
Yeah. So like using serenity and Delia's visualization of the river. And what I got personally is when you're sitting on the banks and you're not actually physically going into the river, you become part of it. You hear it, you feel it. It feels like it's just kind of rushing over you. You're not even getting wet. You're just part of the river. You don't have to figure out how to float and keep yourself up. It's just you become the molecules of the river. So choose this, ladies. I encourage you to do this visualization first thing in the morning because you want to start your day that way, or at night when you're lying in bed in your river bed, and embody this is how you're going to be the next day. So that's serenity. Third visualization is we're going to use balance. So grab your balance. And the purpose of this one is finding balance between the activities of taking action to fulfill your mission and purpose in life. Because as like my mantra is, we all were put on this planet with a unique blueprint that we're meant to embody and share with the world. And so this visualization is finding that balance of taking action to fulfill your mission on this planet, but also being able to step back and let the divine movement from that's within you and around you to put it together. You're collaborating with these two sources, your action and the divine action coming together and collaborating. And if you're struggling and pushing, Delia, like Delia and I talk about a lot, is when you're pushing, then there's just going to be this pushing back. And so there needs to be this ease of moving forward in alignment with the universal flow that's your partner in this whole process. So balance is the oil that we're going to use. Let me tell you a little bit about this beautiful oil. So balance has been around. It's one of the first oils that was created by Dr. Hill, one of the first blends. And it is a combination of tree oils and low-lying flowers like chamomile and blue tansy. They kind of just duplicate rapidly and they create this low-lying ground cover. And then it's these big expansive trees. So trees, so it's a very grounding oil for both of those little delicate flowers, but they're ground cover, so super grounding, like the chamomile and the blue tansy. And then these crazy, massive, beautiful trees with roots that are this whole system under the ground. And trees like grow into this massive expression, but you don't see it happening. It's just slowly, tree is a symbolism of presence. Like it's here, it's not going anywhere. And it's fulfilling its mission of growing and providing for the planet, but you don't even see it. And so it's also a symbolism of patience and persistence, because it's this massive growth, but it happens slowly and over time where you feel like it's not happening. I don't see it. What's happening with my goals? Like nothing's happening. But you need to stay present and focused and consistent, and it will happen. And so balance helps you with that. This blend reminds us that your mission and your dreams and your purpose on life, it's not going to happen overnight. You have to stay focused, be clear on what it is and stay focused on it, and don't be worried about the timing of it. That's where your partner, your co-pilot, Hashem, God, divine, is in charge of the timing. But your job is to stay focused on, first of all, be clear, what is your mission, what is your purpose, and then stay focused on it and know you're going to accomplish it with your partner. Mr. Hashem there, Mrs. Hashem, Mrs. Divine. So balance teaches you to stay grounded in your energy and then manifest your vision and your purpose over time and with the patience of a tree. So let's go into the visualization. That'd be funny if your visualization was a tree, Delia. You're like, I was going to talk about a tree.
I could totally make it a tree.
Yeah.
I can make it a tree. Yeah, it'll be like a 3-branch tree, basically.
Yeah.
So
Great.
again, take a deep inhale.
So take a drop of your oil, and I'm going to
Take a drop of your oil. Yeah, I already did mine. So.
Okay.
Inhaling from there. And imagine that there is a tree. So it's going to have 3 branches. It's going to be one to the left, one in the middle, and one to the right. And the middle tree is what you know. It's what you observe. It's what you're used to, like you've been down or up that middle branch a few times. So you know what's there. The branch to the left is what you want for yourself, what you maybe what society has told you that you should, how you should be, what you should do, how you should live your life, what looks good. And then the branch to your right is an unknown. You've never been up or down that branch. So you're at the bottom of the tree and you're about to climb up, and you know 2 of the branches already. You know the one to the left, because that's the one that you've been told That's how life should be lived. And you know the one in the middle, it's everything that you've observed, it's past history and memories. But the branch to the right is new and unfamiliar. So you're an awesome tree climber. You've done this. You know how to climb trees. You're going to climb onto that third branch to your right. And you're going up the branch. And you don't know what you're going to find because you've never been there before. But that is the place of your ultimate potential. It's everything that you are not fully aware of at the moment. You're going onto the branch and it's all being revealed to you. So it's not anything that you're going to see, but it's everything that you're going to feel. So tap into that place of all the things that you're wanting. What would that feel like? Tap into the feeling of it. So if it's a beautiful, happy family, what does that feel like? What does a beautiful, happy family feel like? As you're on that branch, what are you feeling in that moment? Are you feeling satisfied? Are you feeling content? Are you feeling joyful? Are you feeling at ease? Are you feeling like you've got this? Tap into that feeling place. And whatever that will look like, whatever the physical nature of that thing will be, or things, that's not your concern right now. You're into the feeling of it. What would that feel like? So take another breath of your oil. Take another inhale of the oil and sink into that feeling. And you can say to yourself, you are that feeling, whatever that feeling is for you. That is who you are. One of the many things that you are, not just only, but one of the things. Deep breath. Open your eyes. And that's it. So yeah, so the ultimate goal for this is that there is so much that we think we know, and that we do know, really. There's a lot that we know. But there are things that we, as Kara said before, like we're not fully aware of, and that's where the divine comes in, right? It's a feeling place. Who cares what it'll show up as, you know? A happy family could mean just you and a partner. A happy family could mean you and 6 children. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's what it feels like. Mm-hmm. That's where your power is, in the feeling of that.
So this technique, my input is that the balance, I would choose to do it in the morning. Serenity at night, river, this is how I want to feel through the night and all the next day. You know, feeling, always being in touch with the peace that's within me. Balance, I would start to adopt, and I, please God, hope to do that this week. starting tomorrow, because today we're doing it, is to use the balance first thing in the morning. So for me, I have to create a routine where this bottle's going to be right next to my bed, and I'm going to put it on before I even get out of bed, or maybe I'll sit up and do this, because this visualization is not lying down in a river and letting it completely put you to relaxing ease state. This visualization is that balance that we're talking about, where you want to have the motivation, the drive, the confidence, the clarity, and the action of what's my purpose? What am I doing today? Like, I'm clear and confident. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing today, but I know that I'm clear and confident, and my vision is to inspire and create goodness, and that I'm not going to be so forward pushy, so action focused that I get in my own way and I don't let my divine partner also participate. Because that's what happens so much, I think, in my life, and then in just kind of, motivated, inspiring women. A lot of times we think, okay, in order for me to get this done, I have to do it. In order for this to me to achieve this, I've got to like push and get it done. I've always been someone to like to-do lists, and ever since I was a little girl, I made to-do lists, and I was going to get everything off that to-do list before the day was done. So this is about creating balance and then narrowing your focus. Your focus.
Yeah, and also to you can incorporate the piece from the first visual, where before you do anything, you align with the energy of that first, and you're the energy of the divine, basically. So before you take any action, align with that first, because it's just so much more delicious when you're co-creating with that energy.
Right. And then the second one that you would do is just be that awesome, like 50-year-old just climbing up that tree, no problem. Or 70-year-old or 80-year-old, you just like get up that tree and you're just hanging out on that third branch. Like, this is awesome. This feels great. Okay.
And you know it's going to be good, right? It's not like you're just climbing just to climb.
Right.
Like, this is going to be good. So I know somebody said in the comment, fake it till you make it, but it's beyond faking it till you make it. There's no faking. This is like a knowing. You know it's going to be good.
Right. Because also think about if you climbed a tree or went for a rigorous walk or did a yoga class, like afterwards, your heart's going like this. That's how you'd feel. Like you feel like excited, exhilarated, strong. Awesome. And so that's what you want to visualize when you climb that tree. And then you're sitting in it just like in awe of like, I'm way up here in this unknown place and it feels damn good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the third one is a visualization about, we're going to use citrus bliss. And if you don't have citrus bliss, choose a citrus oil, lemon, lime, wild orange, any of the bergamot, any of those oils. And the purpose of this visualization is that it's about abundance. And citrus oils all of them represent abundance. Because if you think about a citrus tree, it just produces a bunch of its fruits to just offer freely to whoever will take it from the tree. So this is about receiving abundance. And so there's a little bit of some similarity of letting go and the serenity visualization, because this is about being completely open to receive. And it's abundance in the sense of abundant health, abundant love, and abundant success and how that looks for you. Financial success, just feeling really good and really comfortable. So this is our last visualization. It's going to wrap everything up about the theme of this whole call and mindset on purpose. And Delia is, how can you really create this place of I feel good. I want to feel good. I want to make choices and do things to feel good. And so this visualization is this exactly. The abundance of feeling good, of love, of comfort, of success and riches that create that comfort. Rich food, rich wine, rich music, rich passion and sex, and rich finances. Um, so citrus bliss, it is, when using citrus bliss, it's a combination of wild orange, lemon, grapefruit, mandarin, bergamot, tangerine, clementine, and then a little sweet vanilla is added in there. So this oil, its real theme is creativity and getting in touch with the child that's within you, where they live in the moment, they're excited about everything, their decisions are based on feeling good, right? Like, what child says, I think I want to do this because I'm going to feel really frustrated? You know, like
Right.
they want to, like everything they do is because they want to feel good. They want to feel excited. They want to have fun. They don't want to be bored. You know, everything is based on, and so this oil is to help you, all of us on this call that are not 8 anymore, to feel spontaneous, creative, passionate, abundant, to make decisions from that place of instinct. Like, you immediately know, you know, and so many times then we question it. But if we just like move from that place of that quick response where it's like, oh, I should do this. Oh no, I shouldn't do this. We get it right away, but we sometimes question it. So this oil is to rekindle that fire of intuition so that you're making decisions, um, and coming from this place of spontaneity, fun, creative, being passionate, um, and that is the feeling of abundance.
Yeah.
So let's take a drop of our citrus, and Delia will lead us through this last visualization.
Okay. Abundance.
Abundantly joyful.
Right? It's one of my favorite feelings, to feel
Mm-hmm.
into that space of abundance. So as you inhale your oil, say to yourself, I am abundance. And wait to align with that feeling. So abundance, just the word alone, I just love saying it. So abundance is that place of, so close your eyes and just walk with me through this visualization. Abundance is that place of enough. It's that place of exponential goodness in all forms. And I believe that we co-create with abundance every single day, and we're not fully aware, because abundance is in your breath. So think about your breath and how when you inhale and you exhale, that feeling place of abundance is when you take a breath, you're not denying someone else a breath, right? When you take one breath, you're not taking anything away from anyone. And when you take a breath, you're never concerned about where another breath is going to come from. There is that knowing, that trust. So feel into what that feels like to you, that you can breathe all day long and it will be there. There is always enough for everyone. So feel the magnitude of that, right? It is the one thing that we have where everybody gets what they need from that place of breathing, right? You get what you need. So feel into what that feels like, that trusting place of, I can take another breath whenever I want. It will be there. I never have to worry about gathering enough for myself because somebody else is going to get it. There's none of that. There's always enough. Take a deep breath and feel into that space. Just feel how awesome and abundant that feels. And we're all doing it at the same time. And there's enough for everybody. And what does that feel like? Tap into that place where there is enough for everybody. And if you decide to run and you need to take in more, you need to breathe quicker, stronger, that even then, you're not taking anything away from anyone. Just feel into what that feels like. That you can run as fast as you can, and you can inhale as much as you want, and as deep and as long and as full as you want, and there will still be enough for everyone. Take 3 deep breaths and then open your eyes when you finish. So this visualization always gets me excited because that whole concept of, oh my gosh, like I could just like take in as much as I want and there will still be enough for everybody. I just love that. That gets me excited. So, and that's like the ultimate feeling of what abundance feel like, right? It's this place of like, it just feels good. Feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you putting it that way, because it helps me to look at it in a different way. I've always thought that about the breath, and also I think of water, like running water, and how there's like, we all can turn on our faucet and there's water for everybody. Well, but in certain parts of the world, maybe we can't say that. So I love the breath even better because there's like no exceptions. We're all breathing. And and that you could take longer, deeper breaths or take more breaths, and it's still, there's still going to be enough breath for everybody else. And so let's adopt the approach, everybody on this call, if you will, of what you just said, Delia. I really appreciate that, is being excited that you can take as much abundance for yourself, and breath symbolizing that abundance, and that you're so excited for all of your abundance and so excited for everybody else's abundance.
Awesome.
Like, who teaches that? Like I need to teach that to my, like, every day to my kids. Like, Like, and I do find myself like, I want you to be happy for your sister because she got that. You know, we have these like kind of smaller concepts, but like starting to teach this bigger approach of like, you can have as much abundance that you desire and want for yourself, and also want that for everybody else in the world, and be happy for that and excited for that. So to wrap up these three visualizations of how I'm going to adopt them in my life, and I encourage you to do it for yourself, is they don't have to be very long, like as long as we've done them for today. Today was a workshop and a lesson where you take more time, but like at home,
it's quick.
2 to 3 minutes, less or more depending on what you have, but the key would be consistency. So these 3 oils I'm going to have probably right by my bed, or maybe on the desk here, and my routine is going to be 1 drop of Serenity in my palm, smell it as I'm lying in my bed, seeping into the cells of the river, to have that deep, relaxing, serene sleep, and then therefore influencing that peace and that serenity for my whole day when I wake up. And then coming off of that serenity and that sleep with balance, just sitting up in bed, taking a drop, smelling it for a minute or 2. I might just smell it for that whole 2 minutes while thinking of myself climbing that tree and feeling invigorated.
Yeah, because the oil too will help you connect with that feeling of what you're saying, right? That's like the next level. So you're not just saying it. Combination with the oil, it helps you to feel it more.
Right, exactly. And then sometime in the middle of the day, and I might just stop myself from working on the computer and take a drop of citrus bliss, and do this final visualization of just connecting with your breath and that symbol, that ultimate symbol of abundance for you and our global community. And like, if I just took 2 minutes for all 3 of those, you know, it's 6 minutes of your day, and it's going to make such a huge difference in your life and the world. I mean, we're doing this for ourselves, but it also has a large impact on your community, your people, and your little peeps in your life, and our global community. And one more thing about the oil is, like, Shira, my mother-in-law that you all know, will talk about like one experience she had was she was in bed, she was having trouble falling asleep. She, she didn't want to get up and go get an oil because you're just like, oh, I'm so tired, I really just want to go back to sleep. So she imagined herself smelling Serenity. She didn't want to get up and go find it, so she just imagined herself smelling it. And it brought about these feelings and this calmness, and she fell asleep because she did actually do it before, and it did help her fall asleep, but her body created that connection, that memory, so that she could do it without the oil. I might just be selling myself out of a business that you could do all of this without oils, but no, do it with your oils.
No, you need the oil. You need the oil because you need to, like, refresh the memory.
Right.
So you're gonna need the oil somewhere down the road.
Right, and you need to create the connection first, for sure. So I'm gonna stop the recording after I say thank you, but please stay on for a few more minutes, everybody, and we're gonna open it up for questions. But I am so appreciative of you, Delia, and I've been wanting this to come together for a while, and I'm glad it did, and it was so beautiful. And I really, you are so inspiring. You move through the world with grace and joy, and you really are, you embody what you teach and what you do. And I'm so happy that you're in my life and that I could share you with all these beautiful women on the call. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this. You know, I live for this. Like, yes, it's like, and it's part of it's kind of selfish because I'm like, I just want to live in a world with awesome, joyful people.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Amazing.
yeah, good.
Okay. Thank you for being here. I'm stopping the recording, but please stay on for calls. Bye, everybody.